She comes off as this super sexy tan girl, but also a little bit like a murderer. I don't know. Like she's dangerous. Yeah. I would be strange because she definitely comes off as like this cute girl, right? Kind of like, oh no, my panties, but she's so suspicious. She's staring at the window there for like. And I mean, she really wants him. Come on, she really wants the main character. Like, oh no, I didn't say anything like that. It's Anohana if it was like a mystery murder show. Like, yeah, but then she also like, I don't know about the death threat. And suddenly some hentai. What? So I gotta cut it out in the editing. God damn it, anime! I gotta cut it out in the editing. I mean, it's not biggie, but like suddenly we see his iPhone. There's a hentai on it. What? Too long hair. That was probably Oppais. That was probably Oppais from the boat. Yeah, she got long hair. She got pretty long hair, right? That was probably the woman from the. It's giving him the hair. It was probably the woman from. Oh, now it's like a ruin here. I love this episode 1. It's really interesting. It's a great episode 1 here. Now it's like some ruin something. Now it's like some. Yeah, well, it's a strong episode 1, I feel, because it's really giving you all that like mystery. Like you wanna see more. Now they're finding some this old buildings, right? Some ruins. It's like okay, some girl hiding in the forest. Yeah, it's okay, and some fan service. Yeah, and some boobs. And a woman shot suddenly, and a girl showing her tits, and yeah, it's everything. It's the horror elements. It's like a fallen building, some ruins. Oh, well, no, she's dead. Something. Someone shot big boobs. Yeah, and now see, I told you someone's gonna get killed in episode 1, right? Or at least she's not dead, but she's almost dead. Yeah, that's the woman. Yeah, that's the woman from the boob boat. I mean, he's so like that's the woman for the. That's the woman I touched at the ship. Yeah. Well, she might die then, but. She probably knows up, right? Oh, it's him? Whoa! And she's dead. No, she's really dead though, because someone shot her. Is this a killer? No, it's another person. There's 2 of them. Yeah, no, I see. There's the 2 of them. But it's a shadow and it's her. Exactly! It's 2 of them! Yeah! What? She dies too? And him? What? Everyone dies? What's the anime then? What? What's the anime then if every character dies? Maybe it's time traveling. Maybe it's F-Zero. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it's time loop. It's time loop, baby! Of course, back to boobies. Back to both boobies. Okay, it's time loop. That's why his memory is so fragmented. Okay. Oh, I was like, what? Everyone dies? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, she was suspicious, but also that was like, no. The one that was crying was probably. Well, I turn on. I don't want to listen. I want to hear the ending. Why did I remove the headphones? I was like, I was like all over the place. Everyone dies, baby. So summertime loving everyone. So hello everyone here. Time for one of the last anime coming this season. But here is Summertime Rendering on Disney. So people ask, where you find that? It's on Disney and fully close to right. I have Disney stocks. And my sister actually Disney stocks. It's a Christmas present. It's not a lie, but she was like, I'm an adult now. I want real presents or whatever. I was like, okay, here's some Disney stocks then, right? Because I was like, hey, we can have more expensive presents. You can Disney stock. So come on. But anyway, this is an anime. But I think the first anime I've ever seen is only on Disney Plus, I think. But anyway, it's kind of Netflix, whatever, right? Yeah, we have Netflix too, Amazon Prime. I remember when I bought Amazon Prime. When I started my channel, I bought Amazon Prime just so I could watch Ballroom Yakuza. Yeah, only for that anime. I was like, I need to watch my ballroom dancing anime. Here we have a mystery show, right? I think it sounds kind of, I wouldn't say like bad or whatever, but I think it's a cliche in one way. There's a whole island idea, right? Like it's a mystery stuff. They're stuck in some beach town or an island, it's like in Uzumaki, right? Spiral from Itoyuni, in Island that game, damn and so on. It's kind of a common thing. And anyway, I put the Hinata here because I was googling this anime, right, just to get some images of the characters, and I was like, whoa, this is like really cute. I was googling Summertime Render in the anime's name, Summertime Render, but I got this Hinata in summertime, so I was like, whatever, this adorable Hinata in a summer hat. Okay, let's go. So 3, 2, 1, and go. And she's adorable. Come on, I was like, oh, that's a very sexy Hinata there. There's a sexy mommy Hinata. Yeah, let's go. Big oppa Hinata. But here we go. There's something like, I mean, I only know the premise that it's like a horror show, right? You know, Mr. Horror Show. Someone gets murdered or whatever, right? There she's the sexy main girl. Oh yeah. Ah, come on, Nani! And a nice pow vision and staring at his cute girlfriend. Well, he clearly got some weird bug in his eyes. There's like glitching his eyes, right? Look at that. It's like, it's kind of crystal thing happening. So this guy's clearly cray-cray, yeah. No, but, you know, you can see this, like, it reminds me of Nier Automata, you know, I have my Nier here, right? This reminds me of Nier, definitely. It reminds me of Automata and Nier Replicant, you know, kind of that weird glitchy thing in that his eyes are, yeah, like he can't really remember, you know, it's like this flickering, yeah, like he has this weird flicker memory thing. Definitely reminds me of something like Nier or something. Like his memories are fabricated or something. Maybe she's dead, like Anohana, yeah, maybe she's the dead one. Whoa, oppies, man, the anime starts immediately with boobs, man. It's boobs, but follow the boobs, yeah. Like, no, girlfriend, and then he jumps into more boobs, yeah. The anime starts very, very sexually, yeah, okay. Yeah, I get a slap. Yeah, jumps into big boobies. The big boobies are probably another character than of the party, right? You know, of the important character, certainly. But yeah, so they're going to an island at his hometown. And, I mean, this might be a really good anime, but as I mentioned earlier, it does feel like a very cliche setting, right? We're stuck on an island, you know. It feels so horror, right? You see it in live action too, right? Yeah, we're stuck on this island with monsters, you know. Or someone is a murderer in our group on this island. Yeah. You know, Lords of the Flies and so on, right? This probably started somewhere there. Lords of the Flies, classic, you know, Beelzebub, yeah, classic story, right, about teenagers like on the island, right? So here we go, the island. Here we go. No, I'm sorry, but come on, this is so classic anime or whatever, yeah, like, or manga, right? We're stuck on my hometown, the island. It's like seeming Crimson Climax at hentai horror, so, but it's really horror, yeah, it's like an old hentai. 20 years ago, that is mostly a horror show, but also with, you know, sex scenes, but it's mostly a horror anime, right? More sort than more horror. 4 episodes, 4 OVAs. It's actually pretty good, but that's like a really good twist and so on. That I'm stuck on an island, you know, stuck on my family's private island, yeah. And also we have, of course, Umineko, right? Stuck on an island. Yeah, Umineko when they cry, yeah. When they cry, you know, not the other one. Sinkina, but no, the one in the icons. Oh my god, it's like, you know, best friend, you know, she's all tanned because... I'll look at the quality there. Oh, here we go. Best friend. What? Immediately Patsu and pass into water. Okay, here we go. Best friend with panties goes back. He's like, I remember this girl. She was like I saw her pants up as a kid. No, more. Yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, I remember this girl. She showed her panties to me all the time. Yeah, so an adorable, you know, tanned girl here, of course, because she lives on a summer island, so, of course, she's, you know, she got the tan right, yeah. I guess she's a Genki girl. She feels very Genki, very energetic, right, coming back here. But it's probably like his best, she feels like his best friend, right, like his shadow best friend, except opposite the blonde. But it's about the come on, this is more a love interest, yeah. This blonde babe that's probably dead, she's like a love interest, you know, that he was reading about in a weird memory thing. But this girl is probably like his best friend. That actually is probably in love with him, though. This girl is probably in love with the main character, right? But, you know, he's all thinking about the blonde chick, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's like blonde babes. That's the girl with big tits, so she's also, of course, a character. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the woman he fell into her opasm for, she's obviously part of this, like, mystery. Clearly she's. She definitely is. But I mean, yeah. I mean, I can sit there and name so many animes where they're stuck on an island, right? All hentais and so on. It's such a common story, right? One of his eyes is blue. Yeah, I do remember now. One of his eyes is But it's kind of weird because it's not like blue and green or whatever. It's more like blue and other blue. Yeah, it's like a blue eye and like a dark blue eye. Like he has, I have blue eyes, right? Yes, because she's dead, right? She's the Anohana. She's the one that's dead, or is she, right? That's what I think immediately, because it's clearly his love interest is this blonde chick, right? And I was like, I guessed that she was dead. I was freaking right, guy. I was like, she's dead, right? She's the one that's dead, right? Anohana style, right? Yeah, she's the one that's dead, right? The one he was dreaming about in the weird memory thing. But is she actually dead though? Because this anime feels like it's a weird mystery. So I don't know, man. He's like memorying her, yeah. But the opening is somewhat weird. It's like TV screens, the flickering. It's like a knife or something. No, it's I see what it was. It's like a clock. Yeah, it's like clocks. The pointer at the clock. No different times though. Maybe it animates a lot of time travel because there's a lot of timers in this opening. There's a lot of like clocks and like digital timers. There's someone being bullied clearly. Some drawing of someone being bullied something at school, right? Pretty good song, yeah. This opening clearly gives a lot of different hints, but it's kind of hard when you start watching the anime. Toys. Let's have if the company behind this gamer, yeah. I think so, yeah. Part of that list. You mentioned need earlier, yeah. Man, it's empty. It's too easy. Maybe this. Maybe the game actually in the. No, actually out there. But yeah, this he's crying in the opening right now. He's staring at that. Oh, a gun suddenly? To his own face? What? But yeah, I think that the girl is, is she actually dead? You know what I mean? You watch the anime, you was like, well, I doubt that blonde chick is actually dead though. But sure, she's dead. Like, honestly, I was like, yeah, she's dead, right? It starts with like that's why he's here, right? Because as I guess correctly, she was gonna be the dead one, and now they're all at her, her burial and so on, right? Her ceremony. Yeah, and of course she's like his best friend / love interest. Of course she's the bestie, more love interest though, and the other one is the best friend, right? But it feels a little bit like, I don't know, I'm just gonna assume she's alive somehow. Or a ghost, I don't know. I just feel immediately that there was a weird, he was like, I remember her in this weird flashback, glitchy flashback. I was like, okay, she probably isn't dead, right? But I guessed correctly, she was the one that was gonna be dead, of course. That felt like, the sexy blonde girl. The island's prettiest woman, right? Well, maybe she was killed though. I mean, she's clearly like the sexiest character on the whole island, so maybe someone killed her. But yeah, he got one blue eye and one like darker blue eye. It's kind of almost weird that it has two different blue eyes than having just like blue and green or whatever. But I guess it's about maybe on a friend. I'm crying here. Might be probably another class. Yeah, this guy, right? But I'm thinking that why did he leave, the home island, right? That's gonna be one of the first questions for a mystery here. That why did he leave, right? Because everyone's like best friend and so on. Yeah, that's gonna be a question to me. Like, why did he decide to, leave the island, right? I'm just thinking of it because I've seen so many other mystery island animes, and it's always like, why can't I leave the island, or why did you leave? Oh, because my mom got killed or something, or it's always something weird, in the backstory why they actually left, and it's like now they have to return home to either save their best friend or their parents or whatever, or what I mean. So yeah. But it certainly reminds me of Anohana, absolutely, right? It's Anohana, but the horror story. Anohana, it was a horror story, instead of I don't know, friendship, romance, sad. What is Anohana? It's like sadness. What's the genre? It's like crying. The genre of crying. This isn't more the genre of murder. This is more like someone killed their best friend, right? And it's more like who killed her. It's some kind of mystery, it's some kind of magic. Yeah, it's... But you know that immediately because his memories is clearly fabricated. Like he has some weird memory glitching, right? That's why you know that something is off, right? Like he couldn't remember how she actually was, right? He was like, oh yeah, I kind of remember her, but not really. She's my love interest. She was the woman I was in love with, or was she? I love with her? Immediately you get that feeling that he doesn't actually remember how she was, right? That's why you know it's like a mystery drama anime, because you're like, he doesn't seem to actually remember the dead girl, or not. I mean, doesn't remember her perfectly, right? Doesn't remember her in an actual sense. I'm just waiting for it to be like a storm so they can't leave the island or something. You know? I'm just waiting for it to be like a storm or, you know, that someone gets killed. That's one thing I'm missing here. Yes, okay, so now we know that his best friend is dead, right? Yeah, she's dead. Or slash love interest or whatever she actually was, right? What we're missing is the current drama, right? Either that they figured out someone killed her, right? There was an accident, or that something has to happen. Or something has to happen. But yeah, they had this weird family thing, I guess, they got adopted or something. Yeah, it's a little bit, honestly, a bit confusing here, like... So they grew up together, and this guy is like the father, but it felt more like, you know... Yeah. But I'm waiting for someone to kill her, honestly. Something more to happen, right? It's like now, yeah, like someone is gonna get a... Yeah, now she's just staring here. This is why I'm waiting for something else to happen, right? We need to have the trigger of... Maybe she killed her, right? Maybe it was jealousy, because they felt like they could be jealousy, you know? She's like, I'm in love with this guy, you know, yeah. Or someone else, right? That's what I'm waiting for here, right? Yeah, you're waiting for someone else to get murdered, right? Or something else to happen. Someone to blow up a house or something. It doesn't have to be murder, but you're waiting for something else to happen, right? You know, like someone's gonna get it, and then it's like, what? Because right now, it doesn't feel that the main character is expecting something to be wrong. It's kind of like something is weird, but it's not really, like, you know... Now they're just kind of questioning. Yeah, see, now it's like, I saw her staring outside, and that was weird. Yeah, now here we go. Yeah, it's like, what? I saw her, and it looked... And she looks strange, man. It looks strange. Okay, because he has some weird memories. Here we go. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of flashback in this anime, because he has some weird memories, certainly. He got some fake memories, right? Exactly. Now it's gonna be some weird, you know, half-assed memories. I'm sure the anime is gonna have this stuff a lot, where he can't remember the truth. He can only remember half the truth, you know what I mean? He can only remember like half what happened. Separately, yeah, but damn, this day, yeah, like, I remember that she attacked me, or did she? Maybe I attacked her, yeah. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of this anime, right, where he has like, because it clearly starts out with him having issues remembering the truth, right? And he has like fabricated the memories. I think that's gonna be that's definitely part of the anime. And also maybe explain why he has two different eyes or whatever, but yeah, where one of his But honestly, she comes off as the super sexy tan girl, but also a little bit like a murderer. I don't know, like she's dangerous, yeah. I would be strange because she definitely comes off as like this cute girl, right? Kind of like, oh no, my panties, but she's so suspicious. She's staring at the window there for like, and I mean, she really wants him. Come on, she really wants the main character. It's so obvious, like, yeah. Yeah, don't leave me, you know. But also, she might just be a normal person that's like, you know, you're like my brother, kinda-ish. Yeah. Yeah, never leave me again, right? Of course, she's gonna be like, never leave me, man. You can never leave the island, right? You can never leave me again, yeah. She's gonna be like, you have to stay, promise to stay on the island forever with me, right? But actually, I think it makes sense, though, without her being a murderer. Because she might just be like, might just be sad, right? But I was like, what? You know something about that? Wow, okay. And she's like, stuffs her... Yeah, no, nothing. Man, she's so suspicious. She's so suspicious. It's like, because first she goes off at, oh, I'm sad, you know, our best friend is dead. Don't leave me again, I love you, you know, we have to be together. And then he's like, wait, do you know about her death something? He's like, oh, no, I didn't say anything like that. I don't know, like, was that supposed to be a sad scene? She's come off as, like, a murderer, yeah, I don't know. Because she was like, here we go. Ah, she's so adorable, the dead girl, you know. It is Anohana, but like murder. It's Anohana if it was like a mystery murder show. But it is sad too, right? Definitely a sad start too. Yeah, it's like Anohana, but it's sad and also murder. It's a little bit, I have to admit, that I wasn't like, when she was crying, I didn't feel that sad because she looks suspicious, right? Like, it maybe it's supposed to be a sad scene, but she was like, yeah, but then she also, like, I didn't know about the death threat. So it was like sad, but also played off as that she killed her, right? So, yeah, it's weird. It's like, I don't know how I'm supposed to be sad about her. Maybe she just, I was thinking, I was thinking though, maybe she's just a red herring though. She's so obviously suspicious that she's probably a red herring though, right? Yeah. She's probably just a red herring, because it feels too obvious that she killed her or something. Or knows about it. It just feels weird, you know what I mean? He goes out drunk though, and yeah, it's like, oh, you two are together now? Class, he goes out drunk guy, and it's like, oh, you two so cute. Yeah, so he's, you know, he's the detective friend, you know, he's clearly gonna be part of the... It makes sense though that he's, of course, his job is actually to figure it out, right, so... Yeah... It's like the island's only policeman, probably. You know what? And suddenly some hentai! What? So I gotta cut it out in the editing! God damn it, anime! I gotta cut it out in the editing! I mean, it's a biggie, but like, suddenly... You see his iPhone, there's a hentai on it. What? Jesus Christ, suddenly there's a hentai scene on it. Oh my god. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it was like... Oh my god, if I was live streaming this shit. My god, it wasn't that bad. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but it was just so sudden. Suddenly he has like a naked image there of... oh yeah, suddenly the cop's iPhone is showed, and the cop is watching a... What? He has like a hentai wallpaper. My god. But anyway, yeah, that girl looked suspicious too. She had dead eyes. Oh, she's gone too? Yeah. But this is what I mean, right? It starts with his best friend / lover getting killed, and now it's gonna be like another girl is missing too, right? Yeah, now it's gonna be like, but there's more people getting into danger. But this, she's suspicious, man. She's either just afraid that she's gonna get kidnapped, right? She might also be afraid to be kidnapped or whatever, or she knows that someone maybe assaulted her, right? Maybe she knows that someone assaulted, or maybe she's assaulted. Maybe she is a survivor, right? Maybe she survived getting attacked or something. I would hope that it's gonna go that she actually is just a survivor, a victim, right? And, you know, she has told anyone that maybe she got odd or something, and she hasn't told anyone, right? Then her friend, you know, saved her and she got killed or something, and she hasn't told anyone. That also might be ghost, right? Yeah. She actually might just be a victim and hasn't told anyone what happened, right? That's probably the nice way to explain the thing. That, you know, yeah, she's like a victim and she didn't want to tell people that she got, you know, odd or something. That might be a thing, but maybe, or maybe she's guilty. Yeah, I feel the anime definitely is. She's the first person you suspect should be guilty, right? But that's what I mean. I feel it is so much focus on her being guilty that she probably isn't guilty, because it's like, it's just too much, right? It's too red herring. She's probably a victim instead. Oh. Yeah, but she probably saw... I think she's a victim. Here we go. Okay. What, suddenly inside? No, it's a reflection, right? On the house outside. A doppelganger. No, it's a shadow clone. What? Suddenly comes, this is very like, what's it called, oh my god, you know, Halloween, cemetery, pet cemetery, whatever. Suddenly comes a random old man, it's like a South Park. Oh yes, the shadow clone. Suddenly comes this old man, it's like, let me explain to you the backstory, yeah. Very Stephen King, you know, very Stephen King. Suddenly here's the old man to explain to you about shadow clones, yeah. Oh, it's like a doppelganger Kage no Bunshin, yeah, but I think the girl's innocent. She probably just knows that something is happening, and that's why she's afraid or so on. You know, yeah, she's probably a victim or a witness, or something like that. And that's why she's so weird, because she hasn't told anyone except, of course, the main character now that what she saw, right? Or she hasn't told him everything, But yeah, I love this old man who comes in and tells us that, oh, it's shadow clones, you know, it's classic urban myth, you know, yeah. It's like, it's a Stephen King thing. Here's the pet cemetery. Oh, you don't want to go there at night, boy, yeah. Oh, that forest over there. Oh, there's zombies in that forest, you know, like... Oh my god. So tropey, honest. But yeah, I mean, she's probably more victimized right there. She's more like, you know... I saw Big Sister's shadow, yeah. She's just dead, right? I've seen her spirit ranting. Exactly. She's more like, you know... I was guessing correctly, yeah. And I knew it! She's actually dead, right? There we go. She sees her own spirit. Or something, yeah. Sees her own shadow. This is what I meant, man. This is what I meant. This is like... Yeah. I like how I guess correct, honestly, because I guess that she was gonna be a witness, right, of the scary thing, yeah. She has seen the horror, and that's why she's so weird, because she actually knew that she was gonna die or whatever. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I was happy I was right. First suspicious, right? But I guess correctly that she was actually more of a victim, or, you know, a witness, right? Yeah, part of seeing her sister getting killed or whatever, or being, you know, more like seeing her, the weird shadow spirit or whatever, yeah. So that's why she's crying and acts so weird, because because she's like traumatized, right? She's just traumatized. Yeah, but they're clearly gonna be like, no. Oh, she's so in love with Shinsha now. It's so adorable. Okay. Oh, Claire, it has to be a temple somewhere with a mystery. It is kind of cliche though. It has to be a temple with some magic up there. We need to go to the spirit temple though, up at the hilltop, bro. Where some people hang out, bro. Yeah, we need to go there to talk to them about spirits. There's always that spirit temple with some people that, you know, there's either a kid or an old person working there, right? Usually. We saw that lady with big tits before. She might be working here then. She's gonna be part of the storyline, yeah. Oh, her shadow now? If you see your shadow, you die something? Oh man. No, she had too long hair. That was probably Oppai's. That was probably Oppai's from the boat. Yeah, she got long hair. She got pretty long hair, right? That was probably the woman from the... It's giving him the hair. It was probably the woman from... Oh, now it's like a ruin here. I love this episode 1. It's really interesting. It's a great episode 1 here. Now it's like some ruin something. Now it's like some... Yeah, well, it's a strong episode 1, I feel, because it's really giving you all that like mystery. Like, you wanna see more. Now they're finding some old buildings, right? Some ruins. It's like, okay, some girl hiding in the forest. You know, yeah, it's okay. And some fan service, yeah, and some boobs, and a woman shot suddenly, and a girl showing her tits, and yeah, it's everything. It's the horror elements. It's like a fallen building, you know, some ruins. Oh, well, no, she's dead. Something. Someone shot big boobs. Yeah. And now, see, I told you someone's gonna get killed in episode 1, right? Or at least, she's not dead, but, you know, she's almost dead. Yeah, that's the woman. Yeah, that's the woman from the boob boat. I mean, he's so like, that's the woman from the that's the woman I touched at the ship. Yeah. Well, she might die then, but... She probably knows that, right? Oh, it's him? Whoa! And she's dead. No, she's really dead though, because someone shot her. Is this a killer? No, it's another person. There's two of them. Yeah, no, I see. There's the two of them. But it's a shadow and it's her. Exactly! It's two of them! Yeah! What? She dies too? And him? What? Everyone dies? What's the anime then? What? What's the anime then if every character dies? Maybe it's time traveling. Maybe it's F-Zero. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, it's time loop. It's time loop, baby! Of course, back to boobies. Back to both boobies. Okay, it's time loop. That's why his memory is so fragmented. Okay. Oh, I was like, what? Everyone dies? It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, she was suspicious, but also that was like, no. The one that was crying was probably... Well, I turn on. I don't want to listen. I want to hear the ending. Why did I remove the headphones? I was like, ah! I was like all over the place! Everyone dies, baby! No, but I mean, I was still right? I said that, you know, she was suspicious, but at the same time, the one that was crying on the street there, that was just her being traumatized, right? So still it's like, you know, because, yes, he was killed by his... you know, girlfriend, sister, child best friend, right? But it was like the shadow version of her, right? So, yeah, and then it's appearing in the time travel. So it's stuck in a time loop, yeah. It's like Island. It's like the anime Island. Yeah, it is a cliche premise, don't get me wrong. I mean, or the tropes are there, right? Certainly. But interesting episode 1 still, though. But this everyone just got killed me in episode 1, man. Yeah, it was like, it's time, you know, I love F-Zero, you know, it's freaking time loops. My little Rem is here, you know, get up there, Rem, yeah. It's a time loop anime. It's Anohana x F-Zero, yeah. It's Anohana with F-Zero, with murder. Man, this scene, you're like, what? 2 of them! I mean, he mentioned the shadow thing, but still, you're like, what? And she kills everyone. You're like, everyone just dies. Every character gets killed. What the hell is happening? But it really felt like, you know, Anohana is like flashback into his childhood friend, but it's kind of weird, it's kind of sad, and they're all crying about, you know, their sister being dead or whatever, right? And so on. But at the same time, it has that mystery drama vibe, right? And of course, it actually turned out to be a series. I was wondering, like, everyone got killed, so I was like, what, he just got killed? How does the anime keep going then? We're following the shadow guy? No, he got killed, but he goes back, right? So yeah, it's F-Zero, right? It's F-Zero with, like, mystery murder F-Zero. And I love F-Zero. You know, who doesn't love time traveling? I mean, Groundhog Day or whatever. Right? So yeah, stuck in a time loop. For example, we have it here. Turtle Sentinel, right? Stuck in a time loop with that game as well. Especially with Neddy. But there's they did a lot of time travel, right? But you actually have a time loop. One of the characters, or 30 characters, he's like in like a train station. And you have to like try to get out of the station. It's really annoying, but actually it's being like tortured by a mind thing, but it believes it's like in a train station, and he has the code in his memory. You have to like figure out this code so you can leave the train station and then actually get out of the torture kind of thing, right? So that's why he's like in a train station for like 4 or 5 chapters with him. It's super frustrating, which is really weird. But anyway, he doesn't love a time traveling stuff, so I like that. I think it's a very strong episode 1, seriously, because it's very like, it's, you know, it has the drama, the tension, right? I caused the fact that she was suspicious, right? I felt that she was the bad girl all the way through, and I guess I was right and wrong, right? Or I guess I was right and right. So I was like, she's the killer, right? And she was the killer, but at the same time, we saw her crying, and then I was like, you know what, she's crying now? I feel this is real. But as I also guessed, right, she actually was traumatized, right? Yeah. So she saw kind of the killing, the murder, right? So one of her is of course the murderer, and the other one was actually sad, right? So it was interesting because I felt that I guessed correct both. I was like, she's a killer, right? I was like, man, actually, this one she's to be traumatized. Oh, she's probably, yeah, she was both. She was both the killer and the other one was traumatized. Yeah. But seriously, I think it's a very strong episode 1 because you're watching it and you're like, it has the constant mystery. It has that again, similar to Anohana and so on, right? Trying to figure out the clues and so on. You have the characters, right? Building up and so on, and then it has this really big twist in the end, right? Which you expect a twist, right? And I think he delivered on that, right? Instead of having one killing, one character dying, everyone dies. So you're like, I knew that more. I shouldn't say knew, but come on, I definitely predicted that someone's gonna get killed, right? So when I saw, you know, both Oppais getting killed, I was like, oh yeah, that's what I expected. You know, her being wounded, that someone shoots her, right? Because she seemed to know something was up, right? She has some information what's happening, and certainly you expect that because if it's just his best friend, lover, girlfriend, sister is dead, right, in the beginning, that wouldn't really be a drama. It's sure, okay, someone might have killed her, but you need, like, you know, you need the main character. Typically, right, you need the main character to return to the horror place, right? He needs to return to the island, because the island is clearly magical, right? So he needs to return to the island. No, when he's here, if it's just trying to figure out who killed his love, right, that might be a story, but you kind of need another, you need one thing to make him go back, which is the death of his, you know, lover or sister or mom or whatever, yeah. He has to return for some reason, right? And then the second thing, I would say from a typical rat step, has to happen too, that someone has to, you know, do a next step, right? So he has to be like, whoa, I'm stuck at this death place, right? Yeah. He also has to trigger, you know, some deadly event, right? Later on. Maybe not so deadly, but something else, maybe burning down his house or, you know, something has to happen extra, right? Because if he just goes to the island, he might not figure out that someone killed his mom. So they say his mom was killed, right? But he doesn't know that. If he just goes back to bury his mom, he might not stay and think that, oh, someone killed my mom, right? But if someone burns down the house too after he's back home, that's like, shit, someone killed my mom, I need to get revenge, right? So you need those 2 steps. You need the first step to get him back to the magical place, and the second step to kind of trigger him to want to stay and figure out who killed him. Now it's like in a time loop they get killed, but you know what I mean, even if that wasn't even the thing, right? So yeah, they expected the second murder, definitely waited for that murder to make him, you know, stay on the island, right? Something like that. Certainly. But yeah, very interesting episode. I think it was very strong. It's really well animated too, right? Yeah, all that great these things too. Like you see like this reflection, the shadow on her face, and yeah, so it's good because not only do you see some of the characters, right, in the reflections, you can kind of figure out something out, but you also see that. I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I feel like, oh, it's like a shadow covering her eyes. And I mean, it's like suddenly you see her face, and it's like beautiful flower thing, and then suddenly this arm comes in, and it's like covering up her, it darkens her eyesight, right? So it's pretty blue eyes, and it's like, oh, it's darkened out, so it feels like, oh, I see, someone killed her, or maybe someone, maybe sexually or something, You kind of get the feeling, okay, she isn't just a victim of, an accident, right? No, because it's telling me that someone, abused her or whatever, yeah, like you get the feeling too, right? So I think it's a very strong episode 1, arguably the strongest episode 1, actually, of the whole season. Yeah, no, unfortunately, it is stuck in Disney jail, so I don't know what it means, actually, right? But, maybe people can... I mean, yeah, by Disney. No, but I mean, like, I don't know. It's a very strong episode 1, arguably the best episode 1 this season so far, I think, of new animes. I mean, did I love Kaguya-sama more? Yeah, but that's season 3, right? So I'm looking at always like the first episode of new animes, right? This is arguably the best one so far. I think so. I think it beat Execution. Execution was a great twist too. But this is probably the best new... Spy X Family was great too, but I think I actually almost enjoyed it more. Because this was like... The twist at the end where everyone dies, I was like, whoa, yeah, that he dies too, and it's actually a time loop. I was like, yeah! So, I think this actually is my favorite episode 1 so far. This is the best episode 1 so far this season, probably. At least that twist, though. That being said, I've said this honestly here, right? Will I enjoy Spy X Family more? Probably, because... One thing that I'm always afraid of with horror animes, and generally movies will do, is they usually fail eventually, right? I mean, they have this like great twist, oh my god, the murderer is his lover, sister, girlfriend character, there's 2 of them, and this twist is crazy and so on, but then eventually when they're gonna solve the twist and the mystery, right, and fix the world, it usually kind of becomes shit, right, or less good, right? So, and this almost, I won't say it's gonna happen here, but I always have this kind of like, with the feeling of mystery horror animes, because I think they almost always doesn't land, I mean, like they have a great start usually, and then they kind of go downhill, and then they have a bad end, right? Not saying they always have that, but I think that almost always the episode 1 is the best episode. Yeah, it's almost the best in the beginning, right? When you get this twist and their depth and so on, that's kind of where it is the strongest, right? And then you get like, and then you get like what, right? So so I would say I again think it might be the best episode 1. I think it is stronger than the Spy X Family and Executioner, but it also has that, yeah, it's a horror anime. It's the twist of her being the murderer and also killing herself, right? That's the strength, right? And then we'll see how it goes next episode, right? We'll see if we can keep the same quality. But it's probably going to be really good in the beginning, at least. We have to try to fix the mystery, try to understand what's happening and so on, right? In the beginning of the anime, right? But yeah, I really liked it. I give it a 10. I gave it a 10 out of 10, seriously. Of course, it's an 11 out of 10 start there. Extremely strong start. But I do wonder though, because it's stuck in, because Netflix animes, if they're all on Netflix, they usually get less views, right? As I mean on YouTube, I mean generally, right? People view them less, and they're harder time to get them so on, right? So I wonder what happens to anime. Unfortunately, it's probably gonna be yet another anime that a lot of people are gonna miss out on, right? Because it's like stuck on some streamer or jail, right? So it is probably unfortunately gonna have the same thing in Netflix shows. That's gonna have like probably more like several times fewer people can watch it because it's not going on, Crunchyroll or whatever. So that's very unfortunate because I think this is actually one of the best. But that being said, just like Netflix, maybe their budget is higher, right? Because they have the Disney Netflix system. So it felt like a really well animated episode 1. So the budget also might be higher, right? So that's a plus side of Netflix, like Beastar and so on, that they have higher budget, right? The comics are also very high budget. So that's the plus side, right? With Netflix and so on, they pay more, right, per episode. So for the studio, so that is the quality is higher at least. But anyway, subscribe to the episode, and I'll see you guys with Magical Demon Girl soon.